welcome to the state poll projections. This is the second full poll of the 5 states which are going.
We actually spread the samples across all the segments in all the states.
Congress government conflict. That is why the polls were not there.
There's been a huge surge in the last 6 weeks for the Aam Aadmi Party.
It's just slightly more or less than the MCD.
Somebody gains.
Not going to win much.
Is it the fact that the Congress party
I reached out to the poor in the best fashion in the country?
I think that's the big story, and it is on your screen right now. We're looking at the most popular chief ministerial.
The Times Now poll projections have now become a regular and most watched feature from India's #1 channel.
We are saying it's actually getting closer, though you're winning quite well as of now.
Breaking all viewership records, generating enormous viewer interest in this poll season.
Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh.
Somewhat pushing Raman Singh to innovate even in the last minute.
Modi is not a factor in at least
Raman Singh is the factor.
Raman Singh is a factor. Raman Singh की बड़ी-बड़ी तस्वीरें मिलेंगी. Please.
May I ask you, what
Last
is the national
Thursday, we
impact
got you
of
another
Delhi?
poll
What's the
projection
national impact
of the
of
states
Delhi?
going to polls in November and December.
I think Delhi is a microcosm
And who could
of
possibly
India.
have a shot
And
at government
very much so,
formation?
because you get migrant communities coming from all across into Delhi.
Yeah.
And if the BJP cannot win Delhi handsomely,
Yeah.
then I think that they have a problem nationally.
It's a telling commentary.
Both Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Raman Singh is fairly good, or it's Congress failure to make a dent.
Sure.
At the same time, the image or performance of BJP MLAs in both these BJP-ruled states is on the decline.
State elections, there is absolutely no evidence, or there is minimal evidence of the Modi effect.
The gap between Chhattisgarh, which as per our projections in September 2013 was 4%, is now down to 3%.
Right.
So the BJP increases its vote share, but the Congress party actually catches up.
The changing trend, the ups and downs. The idea has been to capture mood of the nation, not the final word, but definitely an attempt at gauging what's on voters' mind.
By the first week of November came a huge blow to these highly popular opinion polls. Based on an initiative by the Election Commission of India, the ruling Congress party observed in its reply to the EC that it does not favor opinion polls. It says that they are not accurate and often, as the Congress party feels, manipulated. Soon, other political parties also jumped into the fray, like the Bahujan Samaj Party, the Samajwadi Party, even NDA allies like the Shiromani Akali Dal, who favored a ban on opinion polls, with the BJP remaining as the only big principal opposition party in favor of opinion polls. The question we are asking in this edition of Politics First is that yes, no opinion poll can guarantee a 100% success rate or a 100% result. But should that be the reason enough for seeking a ban? Why are the politicos of this country so scared of something like an opinion poll when the world over, even the most conservative democracies have not actually sought a ban on these opinion polls?
Breaking news that's coming in. The Congress seeks a ban on opinion polls during elections. They say
3rd
the
November,
polls by
Diwali.
agencies mislead.
As the nation celebrated the Festival of Lights, news came of the Congress seeking a ban on opinion polls.
अलग-अलग नतीजे दिखाते हैं और वो एक भ्रम पैदा करते हैं देश के अंदर.
The poll surveys which are coming out every now and then, because the opinion polls show that Congress party is declining, will be defeated. The other party can gain and win back the political power in some states, or win political power in other states.
By next morning, this position itself became a major talking point.
The Commission has asked it to do. But beyond this, there is politics at play where the BJP questions the real reason.
The Election Commission would be well advised to keep out of this political exercise. The Congress is a certain loser in this election. A loser can't seek to alter the rules of the game.
Now another party has written to the Election Commission seeking
Different
a ban
political
on
parties
opinion
taking
polls,
varied
and it is
positions.
The Bahujan Samaj Party.
It definitely affects the party concerned, and the people get swayed, and it is not justifiable under any reason. So therefore we have opposed this opinion poll.
I have seen that some parties, especially the Congress, they are asking for a ban on opinion polls.
because it's showing them in a poor light.
The Indian National Congress has articulated its position. Other political parties have to respond to what the Election Commission has said. Eventually, it is for the Election Commission to take a call, one way or the other, as to what they intend to do.
By the afternoon, the BJP came out in support of the opinion polls, and it was none other but the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Arun Jaitley, leading the pack by writing a blog on his own website.
The blog largely highlighted that banning opinion polls could be an attack on the very basic freedom to free speech.
We caught up with Mr. Jaitley later in the evening to understand in greater detail why exactly and what exactly were the reasons of his writing this very particular blog.
Free speech is a constitutional guarantee, and restricting that is something which must have nexus to security of state, public order, friendly relation with foreign countries, etc. These are the restrictions which are given in the Constitution. A possible inaccuracy of a poll or a possible bias in an opinion are certainly not ground for restricting opinion polls. The Congress is a certain loser in this election. A loser can't seek to alter the rules of the game. Serious proposal to consider prohibiting opinion polls in India would be a serious breach of free speech.
Through the day, various Congress party representatives were giving their side of the story, rather unconvincingly.
It's not from today. We have always been against this from day one. Because in a country of 1.2 billion people, how can a few 100,000 people give a sort of opinion and show the trend? All this has become a racket.
Because you're acting like sore losers, basically. That's what the BJP has to say.
Why doesn't BJP respect the wishes of the people of this country? Since 2009, BJP has lost 4 of its states. And every time the opinion poll had gone in their favor. So why do they not wait for the results of December 8th or the results of 2014 elections? Why are they jumping the gun?
The question is, why seek a ban on polls? Why be scared of them? And more importantly, doesn't this seeking of ban mean an attack on free speech?
There's no real reason to seek a ban on opinion polls. At the moment, the political party seeking a ban on opinion polls is doing badly on the opinion polls. I think that is probably the only reason they are pressing for it today. All the claims about opinion polls actually distorting democracy. I think most people in this country take opinion polls with a pinch of salt. They add to the spectacle that this democracy is. I don't think people actually go vote on the basis of trends coming in opinion polls. And for anybody to argue that this is the kind of impact opinion polls have goes against all the facts we've observed on the ground.
So why seek a ban on polls?
Because Congress is losing. That is simple. Today they have started to boycott all television debates. That shows their mindset, that they are not attracting crowds. Even every poll survey says they are getting depleted.
Opinion polls are not really free speech. They are a proxy for free speech. In free speech, each individual speaks for one own self. In an opinion poll, only the sampled individuals speak. And who do they speak on behalf of? Their own selves. So it's assumed that the speech of the sampled is equal to the speech of everybody. So to that extent, an opinion poll is not equal to. But however, as a piece of research, as a body of knowledge, any free democracy tries to put it all there out in the public domain. It's a part of our freedom to read, write and express ourselves. But it's not free speech itself.
As of which today projected loses half of them. It goes from 20.
A common grouse against opinion polls has been the methodology.
So there is no Harshvardhan effect, there's no Modi effect right now.
Some political parties calling it unscientific. Times Now spoke to our poll conducting partner Seawater to get in a sense from them. What is the method followed and why is it so widely criticized?
Criticism is something which often comes from the quarters who don't really understand the science of stats or don't really understand the idea of random probability and those kind of stuff. So the idea that India has got a billion-odd population, how can you do few thousands and still predict something? Well, I believe you don't really have to really check the entire population size and do a census to come some kind of predictions. Random probability sample is a science which is evolved and done only to figure out the trends of demography with a smaller sample size and applicable on the larger trend. It's a proven science. It's been done in almost across the globe everywhere. Nothing new, nothing unique. It's a very normal thing.
But will Mr. Deshmukh be open to share methodology with competent authorities? Or should he be scrutinized by various neutral agencies?
There is nothing to hide. There is a question of opening up something only when there is something to hide. It's a textbook thing. So if there is a methodology and there is a norm for news collection, the same kind of norms and methodology is there for data collection and interpreting of the data. But I don't think beyond that anybody can actually regulate or do or control in a way what is being done.
India's geography, its particular and peculiar socio-demographic makeup makes it very unique for sampling. Therefore, sampling is a challenge. So actually, the political parties have a point when they are complaining that, look, they haven't sampled well. So they may actually be making people prejudiced against us. But the point is then to make the polls more and more better. So put the pressure on the pollsters. Fine, to that extent I'm with the political parties. Get the scamsters out of the pollsters out. Get good opinion polls going. So I think that's really the challenge.
Given certain margins of error, if everybody has followed the correct procedure, the correct sampling and honestly done it, there should not be, in fact, any variation between most of the surveys that come up. I can understand somebody giving 37 seats, somebody saying 34, somebody saying 14%, somebody saying 16. But you cannot have one survey saying that BJP is sweeping a particular poll, another survey saying that Congress is sweeping a particular poll, which obviously means that either the surveys are not being done properly or their results are being manipulated. Half the time the surveys are actually done by political parties and published, and in fact published as gospel truths. Now, how can an opinion poll conducted by biased institutions become news? So I think the whole thing is that it actually puts out information in the public which is not really true, and therefore our stand is that why should these be allowed to influence voting opinion? Whether it is for us or against is not the question.
Different surveys can have different outcomes, but
no,
that is what you disagree
different
with.
surveys,
Why?
how can they have different outcomes? See, I can understand in degrees you are having a different outcome. Okay. How can a survey which is supposed to reflect can public have the same opinion, the different opinions at the same time? Can you come up to me and say that you had a daughter as well as a son unless they are twins? I mean, you tell me what it is, no? I can understand you telling me that, okay, he's fat, or the kid is probably slightly overweight, or he's obese. In degrees, we can vary with each other. But how can you tell me that the same population to which I went authentically tells me they're going to vote for Sandeep Dixit, and authentically tells another person they're not going to vote for Sandeep Dixit? Which means either public is being dishonest, or your surveyors are being dishonest, or you are being dishonest. And in that sense, it certainly puts a doubt on the credibility of these opinion polls.
They can decide for themselves.
Coming up, we speak to former Lok Sabha Speaker Somnath Chatterjee for his take on this issue, and we cross-question the BJP and Congress on the inconsistencies in their position on opinion poll changes from time to time.